step by step on business. That's on my mama, watch me spin on me and split, now I can't feel it. We in the trap, we sold the city on my biddy. Take these diamonds off and show you how we lit it.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Before the Horn podcast. I am your host, Dino. With me hosting, I got my boy Khalil.
Yes, sir, let's get it.
And I got my boy Dada.
What's up?
I know we coming back. Episode 16. We got some more topics for y'all today. We're going to first off give off our NFL Week 3 picks, who we think is going to win out of all of the games in Week 3. Then we got, if you watched the game on Monday night with the Browns and the Steelers, you've seen Nick Chubb suffered a crazy leg injury at the end of the season. We're going to cover that, as well as the news that we heard earlier with Trevon Diggs in practice. He tore his ACL. We're going to cover that. Those are two huge hits. We also going to give our college football Week 4 preview, who we think is going to win. This is a huge week. A lot of big games, a lot of ranked matchups. We got to talk about that. And then at the end, we're going to be continuing with our top 10 in the NBA, and we're going to go with our top 10 shooting guards to go into the 2023 NBA season. So, Dave, let's kick it off with our first topic.
All right, let's get it. New episode. Thank y'all for tuning in, whatever you're watching or listening, whatever platform. Week 3 is about to kick off. Right now, we have the New York Football Giants. They're playing the San Francisco 49ers. All right, for our first game on Sunday, got the Indianapolis Colts. They're traveling to Baltimore to take on Lamar and Ravens. Who y'all got in this game?
I think I'm going to definitely go with the Ravens. I feel like they're going to keep getting better. They 2-0. They had a better look last week. The Colts is missing Ant Richardson. We've seen something good with Gardner Minshew, but the Ravens they're a better team, man. So I'm going with the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm picking back off that. Ravens are favored at -8.5. Definitely rocking with the Ravens this week to probably win by double digits. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I like Baltimore this one too. I think Lamar, after that Week 2 win, Lamar and the offense finally getting their groove back. I mean, they're probably going to be without Odell Beckham, and Marlon Humphrey's questionable as well. So is Marcus Williams. Still feel like this Baltimore defense can get the job done against Indy on Sunday. So I got Baltimore as well, probably by double digits. All right, moving on to the next game. Got Tennessee Titans coming off a huge overtime win. They're traveling to Cleveland to face Deshaun Watson and the Browns. Who y'all got?
I'm going to go with the Browns. I'm going to be honest. I feel like they played sloppy football last week. Didn't really like it too much offensively. We know they got their top running back hurt, but I feel like they're still going to get it done. I'm not really too impressed with the Titans at all, so I'm going to go with the Browns.
I kind of went back and forth on it. If I'm going straight pick, I think I'll go with the Browns, but I'm not gonna lie, I like the Tennessee Titans -3.5, especially with Nick Chubb and the piss poor performance that Deshaun Watson put on last game. Kind of like what I've seen from Tennessee against LA last week. So I think Browns win just because they're at home, but I think Tennessee covers.
You said -3.5. They covered?
No, they're +3.5.
I was about to say.
Honestly, I see the Browns bouncing back. After that crappy performance Monday night against Pittsburgh. Tennessee, I'm not going to be too high on them. I still don't think Tannehill is good. I mean, Derrick Henry, he's doing pretty good this year through 2 games. Hopefully the Browns can fix it and finally get it together on offense. It's been nothing too crazy the first 2 weeks, but I got Cleveland winning this one at home. All right, moving into the next game, we got the Denver Broncos. They're traveling to Miami to face Tua and a red-hot offense of the Miami Dolphins. Who y'all got for this one?
Easily, I'm going with the Dolphins. I mean, I feel like the Patriots played some good defense against them, but their offense is still nothing to play with. The Broncos, man, they're one of them. They're one of them teams, man. They just can't get past it right now. They're looking bad, so I'm going with the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm around with Miami too as well. The Broncos pretty much cannot close the game out. Their second halves have been terrible. And Miami, first game at home, I think they get off to a hot start and don't look back at all.
Yeah, it's 3 for 3. I got Miami in this one as well. Denver needs to figure it out. Sean Payton, you need to fix that locker room, get something going on offense. Russell Wilson need to get in your groove. I mean, I'm a fan of Russell Wilson, but he just making me more and more mad over the last couple of years. But I see Tua and this Dolphins offense continue to stay hot. Hopefully Jalen Wall is able to play. He's questionable right now, and so it's Teron Armstead. But regardless, even if they don't play, I got Miami winning this game easily. Not gonna lie. All right, moving into the next game. We got an AFC East divisional matchup. The New England Patriots, they're 0-2. They're traveling to MetLife to play Zach Wilson and the Jets. Who y'all got in this one?
I'm gonna be honest. I got the Patriots getting their first win of the season against the Jets. We've seen that defense play two pretty good offenses already. We know how good the Dolphins offense is, and they played great against them, if you ask me. They ain't let up too much big plays, they ain't let up too much scores. And Zach Wilson is not ready for that defense. He's not ready for what Bill brings. I'm taking the Patriots for the first one.
I'm rocking with Patriots -2.5 for sure. Like you mentioned, their defense has been pretty good against two very good offenses. Their offense, they in both games, they just started off slow and they figured it out late. Hopefully they get off to a better start. They get off to a better start. I definitely got them winning by more than 2.5 points.
Yeah, it's 3 for 3. I got the Patriots getting a first dub as well. I think Belichick's gonna make Zach Wilson's life a nightmare on Sunday. I mean, it's gonna be a good defensive game. Honestly, I feel like this game is gonna stay within the 20-24 range. I'll say that. But the Jets, I don't trust Zach Wilson. I can't. After last Sunday, I know they faced a really good defense in Dallas, and it's not going to get any easier facing New England, whether you want to road or home. But got the Patriots for this one, just like y'all. All right, moving to the next game. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, they go into DC to face Sam Howell and the Washington Commanders, who are 2-0, surprisingly. Who y'all got for this one?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I got the Commanders going 3-0, man. They hot right now, bro. They hot. They hot right now. I'm not gonna say, nothing really too bad about the Bills. I really think I'm gonna be honest. I got the Commanders -1, literally -1.5. Like, I feel like it's gonna be a good game. I don't feel like the Bills are gonna go in there and beat them by more than 8. If anything, I'd take the Bills +6. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm rocking with the Bills. I mean, you can take the plus money on the Commanders. I think they cover a touchdown spread, but I'm rocking with the Bills all the way. When you look at who the Commanders played, they played Arizona. Nobody really expects anything from Arizona, and they played Denver, and Denver looks terrible in the second half. They had a great comeback behind Sam Howell and Eric Bieniemy calling plays, but I think Josh Allen and that offense is just going to get rolling. I don't think they're going to give up a lead like the same way the Broncos did.
They running off momentum, man. Watch.
It was Buffalo. They just smoked the Raiders.
They did. So I'm not gonna lie, Washington does have a lot of momentum going on right now. But just like Khalil said, they didn't really play nobody the first 2 weeks. With that being said, I feel like Josh Allen and the Bills, they're gonna keep it going. They smoked Las Vegas last week. I'm not saying they're gonna smoke Washington. Washington's a pretty good defensive team. They're doing really good on defense. I got the Bills in this one. Analytics got them as a 74% chance of winning this game. I just see Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen continue to go crazy. And James Cook, he's doing really good running the ball. So hopefully he can get some rushing yards, some good amount of rushing yards against his Washington defense. All right, next game, got the Atlanta Falcons, who are 2-0 as well. They're going to Detroit to face the Detroit Lions. Two pretty solidly good offensive teams. Who you got in this one?
I'm gonna be honest. I went back and forth with this so many times, bro. I really don't know who to go with. Because I'm gonna be honest, the Lions' run defense really isn't too good. But I like the Lions in this, bro, at home. I like the Lions in this at home. I feel like they're gonna get it done late in the game. I like what the Falcons got going on offense, minus the quarterback, especially with that run game. But I feel like it's not gonna be enough. I think the Lions gonna put up more points in the game. They're gonna take it home.
Give me Atlanta money line. I'm rocking with the Falcons. I like what I seen from them offensively. They could run the ball with anybody. One of the best rushing teams in the league. They're up there with anybody you want to put up there. And then I think, once they get the pass game figured out, they have a very good offense. And their defense has been playing very solid as well. And Detroit defense is not to be desired. You just lost CJGJ for the year. So I think, Desmond Ridder could find his rhythm within this game with Kyle Pitts finally get him involved. And I think Atlanta come out of Detroit with a dub.
Atlanta, they faced another NFC North team last week and they beat them at home in Green Bay. The passing game wasn't nothing too crazy, honestly, but the run game is really great. And I like Atlanta's run game. I feel like Detroit's run defense can't stop them. Bijan is really hot right now. Algier behind him. But get Kyle Pitts the ball, please. Desmond Ridder, figure it out at quarterback and get your top targets the ball. You got to give Drake London the ball more and Kyle Pitts the ball. But Jared Goff and his Lions offense, I mean, they're nothing to sleep on either. But like I said, I'm going to roll with Khalil with this. I agree. I got Atlanta going 3-0. So I got the Falcons coming out top. They're going to Detroit and getting that dub. All right, moving on to the next game. We have New Orleans Saints traveling down to Lambeau to face Jordan Love and the Packers. Who y'all got for this one?
Ooh. I ain't gonna lie. I like the Saints in this one, but I'm gonna go with the Packers. At home, I'm gonna be honest, I would take the Saints for +1.5. I feel like this is gonna be a pretty good game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like it's really gonna be a pretty good game. Pretty good defenses on both sides, and not gonna say mediocre offenses, but not really too heavy offenses on both sides. I see a real good defensive game, probably an old school type game, but I'm gonna go with the Packers at home.
I'm rocking with the Saints. It wasn't an easy call, but when I look at it, especially if Christian Watson and Aaron Jones still not healthy, if they're not playing, that defense is going to give Jordan Love a lot of problems. He's going to get our receiver a lot of problems. This is a team that only allowed one touchdown in the first 2 weeks. And that touchdown came in garbage time because they were playing some prevent defense. It really boils down to the run game. I think Kendre Miller is going to be back this week. He's been practicing, so he should be back this week. So you will see what the rookie can do. He has a lot of high upside, but as long as the offense can keep it going, Saints defense is going to keep them right in this game.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I got Who Dat Nation for this one. I got the Saints. They going to Lambeau getting this dub, man. If Christian Watson and Aaron Jones don't play, and Rashawn Gary and Luke Van Ness don't play on that defense, the Saints is gonna pick them apart. Saints defense really playing outstanding the first 2 weeks of football. Like Khalil said, they only allowed one touchdown. I mean, it was in garbage time, but they've been making a lot of their opponents like stress, especially quarterback wise. They made Tannehill look like dog crap in week 1. I mean, he already is dog crap. They made Bryce Young legit look like a rookie. Like he looked confused out there last week on Monday night. So I feel like Saints gonna go down there, gonna give Jordan Love fits, especially if you don't have his top 2 weapons playing. Saints gonna be 3-0 going into week 4. Moving on to the next game.
Against me, man. All right, I love it. I love it.
All right, moving to the next game, AFC South matchup. CJ Stroud leading his Texans down to Jacksonville to face T-Law and the Jags.
I'm gonna be honest. I like T-Law and the Jags in this. I feel like they're gonna bounce back. They didn't have the best offensive performance last week. It wasn't really too good, but I feel like their defense really held their own, and I feel like they're gonna definitely do the same against the rookie. And yeah, they're just gonna come back and ball. I got the Jags.
Rocking with the Jags too. T-Law and them boys, they're gonna go down there and get a job done. No Derek Stingley. He's gonna miss some time with another injury. I think they get back into rhythm. They convert those red zone trips that they didn't. They was 0-4 against Kansas City. I don't see that happening against Houston. They're definitely gonna move the ball against Houston. So I got Jags in this one for sure.
Yeah, man. I definitely want to see T-Law and the Jags bounce back. That offense did not look good last week at all. So I feel like they are going to bounce back against a rookie head coach and a pretty young, underwhelming Houston team. I got T-Law and Jags putting up at least, I'm going to say 30 on Houston. Now, CJ Stroud has been playing pretty solid as a rookie. I'm not going to lie. He's looking better than Bryce Young. He's playing pretty goddamn good. He got over 600 yards and 2 touchdowns on the year. Dameon Pierce, I want to see him run the ball more, get more yards on the ground. Nico Collins been balling as well. He's top 5 in the league right now in receiving. But regardless of all that, I got Jacksonville at home. All right, moving on to the next game. We got a pair of winless teams. Surprisingly, got the Los Angeles Chargers. They're traveling to Minneapolis to face Jettas, Kirk, and the Vikings. Who y'all got in this one?
Man, this is a shootout alert. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be a high-scoring game. It's gonna be pretty good to watch these offenses really ball out. They're gonna air it out. I got the Vikings at home getting their first win. The Chargers just can't get it done late in the game, and this is Kirk at 1 o'clock. To be honest, I know he's gonna come to play.
Yeah, give me Minnesota as well at home getting the job done. The only issue has been turnovers, and it wasn't Kirk Cousins. Like Kirk Cousins is not the reason why they lost last week. It's because the fumbles and stuff like that. They protect the football, and Kirk Cousins is playing the way he keeps playing. Justin Jefferson keeps playing the way he keeps playing. I think they come out. They win at home against LA.
Yeah, that's 3 for 3, man. I got the Vikings as well. These two quarterbacks are playing phenomenal. Let's be real. Besides the turnovers Kirk Cousins has been having, it's not his fault why they've been losing the games. Besides the first game. But these quarterbacks are playing great. Justin Herbert, I just feel like his coaching on his end. I don't like Brandon Staley, but his receivers are playing good. Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. They missed Austin Eckler last week. Hopefully he's playing this week. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Vikings at home as well. I feel like the Chargers defense got no answer for the Vikings offense. Chargers defense has been the reason why they lost the last 2 games. So, hey, I got Minnesota getting their first win. All right, moving into our first afternoon game. We got the Carolina Panthers traveling to Seattle to face Seattle Seahawks. Carolina will be without Bryce Young for this game, announced earlier today.
I'm going with the Seahawks at home. I feel like it's going to be more of a dominant performance. Without Bryce Young, with Bryce Young, it's not a very good football team, and that defense is too good for that very, very piss poor offense that Carolina got. So I'm going with the Seahawks.
Give me Seattle at home as well. They're gonna be playing against Andy Dalton, who sucks. I feel bad for Carolina fans because I had to deal with him for a year last year, so he sucks.
You would know.
But I think Seattle, got it rolling last week against Detroit. They keep it rolling this week against Carolina. So give me Seattle.
Yeah, hey, 12th man finna be loud as they are honoring the Seattle Seahawks 2013 team that won the Super Bowl against Denver. 12th man definitely gonna be behind Seattle for this game. I like Seattle in this game as well. This Panthers team just looks so out of sync. I don't know if it's Frank Wright. I don't know if the defense not can do anything. Defense looked solid last week against New Orleans, but they folded late. But also, they're going to probably be missing Brian Burns. Who knows? Shaq Thompson's out for the year. Bryce Young's not playing. Miles Sanders, injury prone. He's probably not. Who knows if he's playing on Sunday. But regardless, though, I got Seattle winning at home. All right, for the next game, we got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to Arizona, face the Cardinals. What you got for this one?
I got Dallas by multiple scores, but I'm interested to see what the Cardinals is going to do. They've shown a lot of fights and they've shown a lot of fight in the first 2 games. So I'm really interested to see if they actually going to be able to fight with a good team like this. I got Dallas for more than 2 scores.
Give me Dallas. Run away. Steamroll, wipe out, whatever you want to call it. They're not going to do what the Giants did. They're not going to give them a chance, give them life, give them hope, nothing like that.
I didn't say they was going to give them life.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, they're not going to do what the Giants did, give them any type of hope. They're going to go to Glendale and steamroll.
Yeah, I'm with Khalil. They gonna run over Arizona. I'm not gonna lie. Dallas is already favored at minus 12.5. I feel like they can easily cover that. It's not even gonna be close. It's not a New Year football Giants. It's the Dallas Cowboys, the hottest team, probably one of the hottest teams in the league right now, especially on defense. They're balling. They will be without Trevon Diggs, as we will be talking about him in our next topic. But even without him, Dallas defense is still great. They're gonna get it done against AZ. That's 3 for 3. All right, on to the next game. We have the struggling Chicago Bears and Justin Fields. They traveling to Arrowhead to play Mahomes, Andy Reid, and the Chiefs. So you got in this one.
I mean, I feel like anybody that watches football knows if you're going to struggle outside of Arrowhead, you're definitely going to struggle in Arrowhead. I got the Chiefs by a mile, man. I don't even see it being close. The offense for the Bears has not clicked. Justin Fields has really broken my heart. This does not look good at all. So I'm going with the Chiefs.
He's got his playoff team going 0-3.
Chill, bro. Chill.
Anyway, I'm riding with the Chiefs too. Like you mentioned, if you struggle outside of Arrowhead, you're gonna struggle in Arrowhead. I don't really see them, doing anything. They got their own issues. Justin Fields and the coaching, play calling, the whole 9 yards. They got their own issues to work out. So give me Mahomes and them boys to steamroll them.
Yeah, that's 3 for 3. And honestly, I'm thankful for the Bears that this game is early in September, not in December or November. Because if it was in November, December, this game would have been so bad for Justin Fields. It would have been so bad for this Bears team. You know, they're used to the cold. Something about playing in Arrowhead in the cold is just, if you're not a good team, you're not going to survive. But yeah, hopefully we see this Chiefs offense. I mean, finally get into sync. They haven't looked in sync the first 2 weeks. I mean, last week they beat Jacksonville, but Jacksonville, they couldn't convert in the red zone. But I need the Chiefs offense to get together. Figure it out. Seriously. And then Justin Fields, bro, get it together, please. Please get it together. You're like, But I still see the Bears going 0-3. They're gonna lose this game. All right, for our Sunday night football game, which I don't know why this is put on the schedule. I'm not gonna lie, when they announced the schedule in April. But we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're traveling to Las Vegas to face the Raiders. Who y'all got in this one?
Man, this is really, I'm gonna be honest, neither one of these teams are really, really too good. But I'm gonna honestly go with the Steelers away. I'm gonna go with the Steelers for the win. They really didn't look too impressive on Monday, if you ask me. I don't know if their defense was that good or was the Browns' offense that sloppy. But I feel like their defense is decent, and if they could get their offense going finally, I think they'll take it away. So I got the Steelers.
Give me Jimmy G and them boys at home to get it done against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jimmy G is not going to spot the Steelers 14 points like somebody else quarterback there. I'm not going to say his name now, but I don't see him spotting on 14 points. Steelers offense has not really looked good in their first 2 games. I don't know what's going on with Najee Harris in that run game. And Kenny Pickett has kind of looked like he's in a sophomore slump right now. So give me Jimmy G and Devontae Adams to get it done in Las Vegas.
This game, I was kind of going back and forth because, like I just said, I feel like these two teams don't deserve to be on prime time, especially on Sunday Night Football. But, you know, you got to give teams with star power, some prime time exposure. That being said, Kenny Pickett does look like he's in a sophomore slump, and they need to figure out the run game. I mean, you got 2 pretty good receivers in Pickens and Deontay Johnson. So TJ Watt, I think he's the best edge rusher in the league. But I see Jimmy. What you making that face for, sir?
I don't know about
he love him some Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons is balling too, but I just think Watt just a little bit better.
I don't know what's worse. You and Deshaun Watson or him and Micah Parsons?
Bro, Deshaun Watson.
I mean, one is in the MVP conversation and another one's garbage. But anyway.
Oh, okay, bet. With that being said, I'm gonna go against Khalil just because of that. I'm gonna pick the Steelers. They gonna win this game. I hope Kenny Pickett go down and beat the crap out of Jimmy Garoppolo and Josh McDaniels. I don't like neither one of them. I think Garoppolo is trash, and I don't think Josh McDaniels is a great head coach. I think he's a piss poor head coach. But yeah, Steelers get that double on Sunday Night Football. All right, moving on to our first Monday Night Football game. We have a Monday Night doubleheader. First game, Philly traveling to Tampa Bay to face Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both teams are 2-0. Who y'all got in this game?
I'm going with the Eagles, man. Come on, bro. Is there anything else to really say? I don't think the Buccaneers is really gonna do anything to us. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm talking straight Eagles fan right now.
You could tell.
But nah. I like what the Bucs got going on offense, bro. I feel like Baker Mayfield really actually came to play. I'm gonna be honest with you. He showed us really something good last week. So did Mike Evans. I don't think this is gonna be a blowout at all. I really don't see the Bucs beating us, but I do think they might give our defense a little problem if our pass rush don't get a little bit better. So, but I got the Eagles.
Not gonna lie. I kind of went back and forth on this just a little bit. I was not as confident looking at this as I was a couple weeks ago, but I'm still gonna rock with the Eagles. I think they still get it done. But that passing defense scares me. Baker Mayfield, now offense has been rolling. Mike Evans has found his niche. Baker Mayfield looks like a very solid quarterback. And if Philly do not tighten up on the back end, they have allowed almost 700 yards to 2 quarterbacks, touchdown ratio, 7 touchdowns to 1 interception. So if Baker Mayfield gets it rolling, Eagles can be in trouble, but I think Eagles get it done.
Not gonna lie, I was back and forth on this game as well, and I'm an Eagles fan. They're no Birds fan, but Buccaneers defense, they've been playing pretty well. You can't lie. You watch the last two games, they've been playing really, really well. Like Khalil said, Mike Evans, a lot of people don't think he's top 10 no more. I think he's right outside the top 10, but last week he put on a show. And I don't think Baker Mayfield is good either, but he has been playing solid. He has been game managing and getting the job done. So I'm gonna give him credit where it's due. He's nothing too crazy, but I'm gonna give him credit where it's due. But I see the Eagles winning this game. I feel like it's gonna be within 7 that the Eagles win this game. It might be another close game, just like the first 2 weeks. But Philly got to figure it out on the offense, especially passing the ball. Hopefully, Jalen Hurts can figure it out, but
defensively too. That's really
honestly,
the issue.
defense as well. Allowing a lot of yards and not getting home on sacks. But I got the Eagles going, so that's 3 for 3. All right, last Monday Night Football game. Stafford and the Rams, they go into Cincinnati to face the Bengals, who will be without Joe Burrow. Who y'all got?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm going with LA. LA's offense been hot. Other than the late game pick that Matt Stafford threw, they've been playing pretty good. Y'all know, man, I like my boy Puka. I like him, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
He just found out about this man. He just found out about this man.
He's a fan now. I like it. I like what I see from him, man. And Tutu Atwell been playing good too. I'm taking LA. They don't got Joe Brr, so I'm taking LA, man. I'm going with it. Let's see.
Give me the Rams. I'm gonna take the Rams in this one.
He feels so hurt. He feels so hurt saying that. He feels so hurt saying that.
Because the only reason why I'm taking the Rams is because Jake Browning started at quarterback. Like, let's be real. If you're not a college football fan, you don't even know who that is. He played at Washington. He was solid at Washington. But come on, we didn't even know who the backup quarterback for this team was, let alone it be Jake Browning.
So I didn't know who it was.
That's really the only reason why I'm going with the Rams in this one is just because that Joe Burrow is not there. I don't know. Maybe Jake Browning comes out and shows us something, but we just don't know with Jake Browning. You know, he's been a backup for a while now. So give me the Rams in this one, just because Burrow's not playing.
I know Burrow's not playing, but the first 2 weeks he hasn't looked nothing too crazy. But this is a game that McVay and Stafford, the Rams, need to take advantage of. I got the Rams coming out on top on this one. It's going to be close. I don't think Jake Browning's going to do too well. Maybe he can come in and do well with these receivers. Hopefully Jamar Chase wakes up, do something. Hopefully this Bengals defense, they've always been a mid defense, but hopefully they wake up and they get some pressure on Stafford because this O-line isn't nothing too crazy. But I see the Rams winning this. I definitely got the Rams. I'm going to stick with the Rams for sure. But, ladies and gentlemen, those are our Week 3 picks for the NFL. Let us know in the comment section what y'all think about our picks. Let us know any surprise upsets you guys see coming. Let us know if your team, if y'all going to win in Week 3 or lose. Let us know what you guys are looking forward to for Week 3 in the NFL. All right, moving to the next topic of the night, we are going to stick to the NFL. On this past Monday, on Monday Night Football against the Pittsburgh Steelers, Nick Chubb has suffered a gruesome leg injury that will sideline him for the rest of the year. This injury is going to plague the Cleveland Browns. It's going to hurt them really bad. How do y'all think the Browns do moving forward without their star running back?
Man, I'm not going to lie. Losing Nick Chubb is big for the Cleveland Browns just because I feel like, you know, if Cleveland wanted to do anything on offense, the way it's been looking like it was going to have to go through Nick Chubb. The quarterback has not been looking that good. He still looks off. I don't know what excuse you want to give him, but he's just been looking off. But I think that's going to be a major hit for a team that's trying to make a playoff push. Just offensively, yeah, you did bring back Kareem Hunt, so hopefully he helps out. Jerome Ford did have a solid game on Monday Night Football, but that's going to be a major loss for, you know, losing one of the best running backs in all of NFL, especially when your offense is struggling and you kind of having a hard time getting that passing game going. You need, bell cow back to lean on to run the ball and give you explosive plays out the backfield. That's what Nick Chubb did, but I think it's going to hurt them. I think it kind of hurts their chances of making a playoff push. Maybe not because, you know, I don't know what Cincinnati's looking like, you know, with the injuries and all that. So they may have an outside chance there, but it's going to be definitely a hard uphill battle after losing him.
Yeah, man, this injury honestly hurts the Browns. I mean, I had the Browns offensive line as the second or third best in the league. I also had Nick Chubb as the best running back in the NFL for my top 10 running backs that were released earlier this year. This hurts. This hurts Cleveland. Deshaun Watson hasn't been playing the best at all whatsoever. This whole offense ran through Nick Chubb, believe it or not. Like, it's clearly evident. So I don't know what's Kevin Stefanski and the Browns gonna do moving forward. I mean, you got to rely on Kareem Hunt and Jerome Ford now. That they still could be a pretty good running back duo. This can impact a run to the playoffs that they can make, probably sneak into that 7th seed. I don't see it. I don't see it happening though. They relied on the run game so much that their offense was their run game and some passing. But if Deshaun Watson could turn up after this injury, that would be great to see. I know I'm a DW4 fan, but he had to look really disappointing through the first 2 weeks of football. So, hey, hopefully they can turn it around without Nick Chubb. But hey, Nick Chubb, rest up, get well. Prayers up to you.
One thing real quick before you go as well, Dennis. I'm not gonna lie. This looks bad on the running back market as well. I mean, Nick Chubb is hurt, Saquon's hurt, Josh Jacobs isn't playing that good, and like these are the guys that we were talking about getting paid, and none of them look that good right now. So, man, I don't know what the running backs market is going to be now too.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, I mean, I could piggyback off of what both y'all said. It is a huge blow. That's really sucks to lose that caliber of running back, and that really does hurt the running back market. Your pass game isn't really looking too good. Amari Cooper's not really too healthy. He's questionable for next week. And I mean, they have some pretty good weapons. I'm not gonna say they don't have the worst weapons. Elijah Moore is pretty good. Donovan Peoples-Jones, he's not bad, but they just can't get it going. At this point, I'm gonna be honest, at this point, DTR was playing better than Deshaun Watson. Like Deshaun Watson, he's not looking good right now, bro. So I mean, unless he picks it up, this offense is gonna struggle even more than they did with Nick Chubb. So I mean, I do still feel like they have a race in their division. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really too sold on the Steelers. And like you said, Lil, we don't know what the Bengals is gonna have. They have the injuries, and they haven't really looked too hot without the injuries. And the Ravens, they didn't really look too hot either. They looked, better than they did in week 1 and week 2, but they haven't looked like the caliber of team that I thought they was gonna look like. So I'm gonna be honest, this whole division is looking like frauds right now. So I still feel like they have a race in it.
Ravens look pretty good.
Nah, the Ravens look like the best one. The Ravens look like the best team in that division.
Yeah.
But they don't look like the best division in the league team to be the best in that division. They don't look like that's the best division in the league right now.
Me and Khalil agreed on that. When the Ravens are healthy, they are the best team in that division. They were leading the division twice, 2 years in a row before Lamar got hurt. That's why the Bengals won the division the last 2 years.
I mean, I said it.
Yeah, that's a fact. I say the same thing. But
the Ravens goes as far as Lamar's takes time. As long as Lamar healthy, like the Ravens are going to go. So I'm not really worried about it there. But looking at how the Bengals was looking at, Cleveland looked like they possibly could have had a, chance at second place. It also doesn't help they lost the divisional game on Monday, but they had a chance at second place. And I feel like now that's hurting anymore. One, you already just lost to the Steelers. They still got the Bengals again. They got the Ravens twice again. You still got the Steelers again. So we're going to see what that offense looks like when that time comes as well.
All right, moving on to the next injury we're going to speak on. We're going to speak on Dallas Cowboys cornerback Trevon Diggs. He tore his ACL in practice on Thursday. How do the Dallas Cowboys move forward in regards to this injury? How do you think they're going to be for the rest of the 2023 season?
This one hurts, man. This one hurts. And y'all know I've been high on him, bro. He was looking like it the first 2 weeks of the season, especially with that defense. I've been saying they're the best defense in the NFL. And part of the reason why is because of number 7 on the back end. So I think that it's gonna hurt a lot. A good thing is they do have a lot of other good pieces on that defense, but it's just something about having that number 1 corner not being there is going to hurt, especially for a team who has Super Bowl aspirations. I had this team making the Super Bowl, and part of that reason is because of that defense. And, number 7 and number 11 are the 2 main stars on that defense. So just to lose one of the main stars on the defense is really going to hurt, man. And you hate to see it happen like this. in practice as well. Like it wasn't in the game or anything like that. This happened in practice. So that I think that sucks even more. I think Dallas defense is going to definitely take a big hit with that one.
Yeah, Dallas defense. As an Eagles fan, I like facing Trevon Diggs. I do. It's competition. I don't like taking the easy way out because then when you take the easy way out, players are injured. Well, they didn't have this guy. They didn't have whatever. Who cares? I feel like people like Khalil would say stuff like that. But
Do I ever
bro,
say
don't
anything like that?
you give me that type of vibe, bro.
Bro, I don't make excuses, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do.
All right, bet. So let's see how Dallas performs the rest of the year without Trevon Diggs. Like Khalil did say though, this Cowboys defense is still good though. They still be pretty darn good for the rest of the year. I mean, they got Deron Bland in the secondary. Stephon Gilmore is obviously going to be your number one corner now on Dallas. Michael Parsons is still in that D line, so is DeMarcus Lawrence, and their D tackles are solid as well.
Diggy Zua.
Vander Esch is playing a really good linebacker so far this year. He's having a bounce back season so far from the last 2 years. They've been pretty disappointing. But losing number 7 is going to hurt Dallas. It's going to hurt Dallas. I don't know if this affects them not winning the division. Who knows? Because the team is still pretty darn good. But again, it sucks that it had to happen in practice, not in the game. And we're only in week 3, and the injury bug is already hitting. But hey, Trevon, get well, bro.
I mean, like you said, man, as an Eagles fan, bro, I hated to see that. I'm gonna be honest. Bro, like I've never been high on Trevon Diggs. I never was high on him at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. One thing I can say good about him though is he has improved every year that he was in the league. So
Yes.
But it sucks to see that. I'm gonna be honest. I never want anybody to get injured playing the game. Why are you looking like that? Like
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's up with him?
What is
What's
going
up with
I'm
him?
not you, bro. I'm
Like,
not
what's
you.
up?
Because
I
you
don't
know how
want
you
He
are.
mad
like
close.
that, bro.
He
That's
mad close to
like
the camera.
I
You
tore
know how
my
you
ACL.
are.
I know how hard
He's psyched
that is,
up.
bro. Like
You
I
know
don't
you
wanna
was
see
happy
nothing
when
like
you
that.
seen that. You know you was a little happy. You smiled a little bit.
Nah,
He's like, yes.
hell, nah. I'm
That's
gonna be
corny.
honest.
Come on,
Nah, I
bro.
did
Come
not.
on.
I swear on my soul, bro. I did not, bro. I don't like to see nothing like that, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
If like I don't want to see nobody get injured, bro. Like you talking about a player that, like I said, was just getting better every year that he was in the league. Now has to sit out for damn near a whole season. You know what I'm saying? Well, he has to sit out the season, but he only played 2 games. Like that's a setback. I mean, I don't like to see that, bro. I don't wish that on no player at all. It don't matter what team he played for, no nothing, bro. Like I don't want to see that at all, bro. I don't like when people get injured. That's just not a part. That shouldn't. Nah, bro. That's not something I wish on anybody. But I feel like that's gonna take a big hit to their defense. Deron Bland, I'm not gonna lie, he's decent. He's not bad. He's not a bad corner at all. I feel like Deron Bland, he's not gonna do what Trevon Diggs would do, but he's gonna be solid. Stephon Gilmore is gonna have to step up a lot more. He's gonna have to follow number ones now. He can't stay on one side. The defense is still good. It's not. I'm gonna be honest. I don't feel like that's as big as a hit as Nick Chubb was to the Browns. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only thing is Jaron Curse is really not too healthy, but other than that, I feel like they're still solid. They're gonna have to lean on their front 7 a little more. They're playing great, so I don't really see nothing too drastic. I'm gonna be honest.
Which one you think is the biggest hit? Who you think? What team do you think take the biggest hit because of these injuries?
I just said it, Nick Chubb. If you ask me, like their offense, like it's not like Dallas defense leaned on Trevon Diggs. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't lean on him. He was just one of their good players. The Browns leaned on him. The Browns leaned on Nick Chubb. You know what I mean? They need that man. Their offense is not playing good. Their quarterback is playing terrible. You need to rush the ball. So I'm even with bringing Kareem Hunt back in, like he's not Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is a top 2 caliber running back. Nah, you're not replacing that type of talent.
Facts. I'm gonna agree with Dino, man. I got the Browns, bro. Like Deshaun Watson not playing well at all. He has no connection with receivers out there. Like I said, their offense runs through Nick Chubb and his offense line bulldozing and paving lanes. So the Browns definitely took the more of a hit than this one. Dallas, they'll be fine as long as their front 7 continues to perform very well, like they are right now. They'll be fine. Deron Bland, Jaron Curse, Stephon Gilmore, they'll be okay.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I think it's really the Cowboys who take the bigger hit. And this is the only reason why I say this, bro. All respect to Nick Chubb, top 2 running back in the NFL, whether you got him at 1 or 2. But I've seen it where teams lose their best running back and still have a solid running game. Like, even think about it, bro. Last year, I had Christian McCaffrey at number 1. When the Panthers traded away Christian McCaffrey, the Panthers still had a solid run game. Obviously, they don't have Christian McCaffrey, but they still had a solid run game. They could still run the football respectably enough. And I think Kevin Stefanski is a good enough coach to generate some type of run game. But when you look at it from the other end, the way that the Cowboys play defense, they play man the most in the league. And the reason why you could do that is because you got 7 on one side and 21 on the other side. So when you lose one of those corners that you rely on to play man, I think it kind of shifts your defense a little bit. I think your philosophy or your defense changed a little bit. I don't think the offense changes as much as they're gonna have to change up the defense, just because all respect to DeRon Bland, but he's not Trevon Diggs. He's not gonna go lock somebody up man to man for 56% of the plays like Trayvon was doing. So,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what y'all think about these injuries to these teams. Let us know who y'all think it impacts more, the Browns or the Cowboys. Let us know if these 2 teams are one of your favorite teams. Let us know what y'all think about the injuries, how they would impact the Cowboys or the Browns. All right, moving on into college football. Week 4 is already here. Season's flying by, man. We got some great matchups for week 4, man. I'll put them right here on the screen. A lot of stout, great games to watch this Saturday. We're going to go over the important matchups of the weekend. For the first game, we got Florida State traveling to Death Valley to face Clemson. Florida State is ranked number 4.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I feel like Clemson gonna give them a fight, but I got Florida State. I really, you know how Clemson get down in Death Valley. They play good at Death Valley regardless of what the rankings say, what any of that say. I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be a good matchup regardless. But I got Florida State sneaking out with it.
Yeah, I got Florida State too, getting the job done in Death Valley. It's just Clemson has looked off. They look like they're missing something. And I think it's because of Dabo, not utilizing the transfer portal and stuff like that to his advantage. And I think one of the biggest playmakers in this game, Keon Coleman, they got through the transfer portal. It's going to be one of the biggest reasons why, they come out of Death Valley with the dub. So I'm going with Florida State in this one as well.
This ACC matchup is going to be a good game. I mean, Florida State's only favored at -2, but I got Florida State as well. Like you said, Clemson, right now they're unranked. This is very surprising. We haven't seen Clemson unranked in years. So this is an underwhelming performance so far by Clemson through the first 3 weeks. But Florida State, they've just been rolling on all cylinders. Last week they had a scare against Boston College, but I don't think it'll be that much of a scare this week. It is going to be a scrappy game, though. I got Florida State coming on top for the dub. All right, moving on to the next game. We got a Pac-12 matchup, 2 ranked teams. Dion and Colorado, who are ranked number 19th. They're traveling to Eugene, face number 10 ranked Oregon. It's going to be a great game. Who y'all got?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna have to go with Oregon at home. I like Colorado, bro. They've been playing great. I do feel like losing Travis Hunter is gonna be a little bit more significant than they think it's gonna be. You literally lost 2 players. You lost your starter lockdown corner, and you lost your stud receiver. They do have more studs on their offense. I'm not gonna really be too pressured about what's going to go on offense. I feel like Shador's still going to get it done, but that is a hit on that defense, and we know that Oregon has a flashy offense with some good receivers and pretty good quarterback. I'm not going to lie, this offense is going to tear that Colorado defense apart, but I do think Colorado is going to stay in it offensively. I could see it being a shootout, over 80 points scored by both teams.
Going with Oregon, man. And not gonna lie, that spread kind of looking good too. They were by -20.5. I might take the over. And this is why. Let me tell y'all why. We seen what TCU offense did. We seen what Colorado State offense just did to them. Now you're talking about Bo Nix and Bucky Irvin and them boys, Corey Franklin, Trayshawn Holden. Like, they have a way better offense than any team they have seen. And another thing as well, That defense is way better than any defense they have seen. They're bigger than any team they have played. That's been the issue. That's what separates the top teams from the bottom team is the size that you got on the offensive defensive line. And they're just going to be bigger in the trenches. They're going to be bigger where it matters, pause. But they're just going to overall a bigger, better team. Don't get me wrong. Shador, and I'm going to put up points. That's what they're going to do. They're going to make it competitive. But they look like they could barely stop a nosebleed against Colorado State. So I don't see them stopping Bo Nix in that offense at all. Like they can pop. I really could see them putting up 50 plus on this team, bro. Not even exaggerating.
Yeah, I got Oregon. You know, as much as I would love to see Deion and the boys keep on rolling, this is the best Colorado has been in a while. But I don't up front. They're not big enough. Pause. Oregon's just gonna honestly kill them. Not killing as in a blowout. It might be a blowout. I think Oregon scored 50 on these guys too. Offensively, Colorado can keep themselves in the game, but defensively, I don't see it. Like Khalil said, we saw what TCU did. Nebraska, that was trash, whatever. Last week, Colorado State gave them a fight, took them to double overtime. So I just don't see it, especially without one of your best athletes on this team. And Travis Hunter, he's out. He was a stud on defense and offense. But yeah, Oregon will take this dub, in my opinion. All right, moving on into the next Pac-12 matchup. We got number 22 ranked UCLA. They're traveling to Utah to face number 11 ranked Utah. Who y'all got in this one?
Man, I'm going with Utah at home, one of the most electric places to play in. It's hard to play there, I'm going to be honest. It might be a smaller stadium, but they sure make it look and sound huge. I'm going with Utah at home. I like the fight that they had in them. We haven't seen nothing too impressive, but I'm going to be honest. I ain't seen nothing too impressive from UCLA either. I'm going with Utah at home. Dante Moore's a good quarterback, but he's going to be playing a pretty good defense. Other than the corners, I'm going to be honest. Their corners really ain't too good. But they do have a pretty good defense.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you said that. The way you've been talking about Utah the past couple times we talked about Utah, I'm shocked that you picked. But anyway, I'm not going to UCLA to get the job done in Utah. Utah's been playing on borrowed time, in my opinion. The two quarterback sets things not going to work. They don't have Cam Rising again. That's going to be an issue. Yeah, I get it there at home, but they haven't really looked too good. Florida, I think it was when they played Florida, it was more Florida than Utah. Florida just looked terrible in that game. Baylor gave them a run for their money, but Baylor is okay, but not good. This is actually a good football team that they're playing against. Dante Moore has found his footing as a true freshman. He's been balling. I like what they bring on offense. They're going to cause problems. Chip Kelly in that offense is going to, I think, be too much for Utah to handle. And I just don't think Utah has enough offense. They haven't shown me enough offensively to show me why they can be a very good ranked football team.
Quick question before you go, Dave. So who you got? You got Baylor and Texas Tech.
What?
Who you think is better, Baylor or Texas Tech?
Tech.
I think Texas Tech is better.
All
right, for this game, I'm with Khalil. I mean, UCLA, according to ESPN Analytics, they got a 34% chance to win this game. I just like Dante Moore and Chip Kelly going into Utah and beating his team. I feel like Utah really been fighting on the ropes their first 3 games. Besides their last game, they blew out an underwhelming trash team. But Utah, Cam Rising's hurt again. I was expecting him to be back by week 4, but no, he's still out. So this 2 quarterback system, like Khalil said, it's only gonna work for so long. It doesn't even get the job done at this point, honestly. Like Utah barely been slipping by, and I just feel like UCLA, they're gonna take it to them. So I got UCLA coming out on top.
I only brought up that Texas Tech and Baylor because Texas Tech almost beat Oregon. So
I mean, Tech is a very solid team. Tech had no chance against them.
I don't think Tech is that much better than Baylor. I think Tech is better than Baylor, but I don't think they're that much better than Baylor, bro. I'm be honest.
They're better than Baylor, for sure.
All right, moving on to the next game. We have an SEC matchup. Number 15th ranked Ole Miss traveling to Tuscaloosa to face Nick Saban and Alabama, who are ranked number 13th in the nation. Who y'all got?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I went back and forth for a minute. I like Ole Miss. I really do like that team. I feel like they have a great football team. But I'm going with Bama at home, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like their QB situation. Tyler Buckner looked trash. Ty Simpson looked trash. And y'all know I really don't think too highly of this starter. But you can't count Saban out at home, bro. He's not going out like that. Not in this rivalry. It's gonna be a dogfight. It's gonna be a great one to watch. But I'm going with Bama late in the game at home.
So I don't know if y'all seen it, but Nick Saban came out and said the only reason why Ty Simpson and Tyler Buckner played because he promised they was going to play this season. That's weird.
That is very weird.
Never seen Nick Saban act like that. I'm be honest with you.
Yeah, for real.
He's panicking. He's panicking. That's why.
But I'm gonna be honest. I'm rocking with Bama at home. I don't see Bama losing at home against Ole Miss. Don't get me wrong. Ole Miss is a very solid football team, but I'm not too high on their run game right now. Their leader rusher on the team is Jackson Dart. The next closest is almost 60 yards behind them and Judson, but I just don't think a Nick Saban team, given what happened in that Texas game, given the embarrassment that happened in that USF game, even though they won. I think Nick Saban is going to get on them boys, have them boys ready to play, especially at home. I'm taking Bama at home.
Now, y'all might look at me like I'm a little crazy, but I feel like Ole Miss is going to win.
I don't think you're crazy.
I got Ole Miss. I feel like this team been really solid. Like Lane Kiffin, he got these guys looking really good. But, I mean, I want to pick Alabama. Last time I picked Alabama at home, they lost to Texas, but we see where Texas is right now. They're ranked number 3 in the nation. But Bama, what are they doing at quarterback? I don't know. I mean, Jalen Miller is going to be your starter going into this game. He's
going to play the whole game.
He hasn't looked good in my opinion. Their offense hasn't looked good in my opinion. Their defense, they look solid. They probably gonna give Jackson Dart some fits, but Dart's been playing really well. He's almost at 900 yards and 7 touchdowns. He is the leading rusher, which is bad for Ole Miss. They need to find a running game to get it going. But I just feel like Ole Miss can sneak this one out in Tuscaloosa. I know it's disrespectful, but I got Ole Miss and going to Tuscaloosa and getting this dub. All right, moving into the next game, the Pac-12 matchup. 2 ranked teams. We got number 14th ranked Oregon State. They'll be traveling and facing Washington State, who's ranked number 21 in the nation. Who y'all got?
I like the Beavers, man. They've been playing good football. I think that rank 14 is really rightfully so. They've been playing pretty good football. I don't know where they're gonna end in the Pac-12. This is the first big Pac-12 matchup they got. I'm excited for it. Feel like it's gonna be a good one, but I got Oregon State.
Give me Oregon State as well at Wazoo. When they've been looking really good. This is a big game. They have a big game quarterback. I'm not saying, he's always played the best in big games, but he's been in a lot of big games. So this is just another game for him. DJ Uyunglele has been looking pretty good this season. He's been looking like a very solid quarterback. And don't get me wrong, Cam Ward has been looking good as well. But their run game hasn't really been that good. Through 3 games, they don't even have a rusher with 100 total rushing yards on that team. Their leading rusher right now is Cam Ward. I gotta go with DJ Uyunglele and that offense that they have over there.
Yeah, that's 3 for 3. I like Oregon State in this one as well. I'm liking what I'm seeing from DJ Uyunglele after transferring from Clemson. He's playing really solid over there at Oregon State. I just feel like Oregon State is the overall better team. I mean, both teams are 3-0. Washington State, they are looking solid this year, but I think that difference in the team, like the team difference of who's actually good talent-wise, Oregon State definitely got it. Oregon State got it, and I see them going into Washington State and Pullman, Washington, getting his dub. All right, moving to the next game. We got a Big Ten matchup. We got number 24 ranked Iowa. They're traveling to Happy Valley to face number 7 ranked Penn State. Who y'all got for this one?
I'm going to be honest, bro. I didn't like what I seen from Penn State last week. They really struggled offensively. Their rush game couldn't get going like usual. But I'm going to be honest, Penn State's not about to lose a white-out game to Iowa. It's not happening, bro. You know that stadium's going to be rocking. Iowa's not even going to be able to hit a snap count. It's going to be lit, and I got Penn State by double digits.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. This is besides the Colorado and Oregon game, this is the next biggest spread out of all the ranked matchups that we're going to talk about. Penn State's favored about 14.5 points, rightfully so. I like the two-headed monster, Katron Allen and Nick Singletary. Can't say enough good things about them too. Drew Aller has been pretty solid. He hasn't been too bad this year. He hasn't turned the football over. So, all he has to do is be solid. He's playing right behind a good run game. And I'm never, ever really too high on Iowa or anything coming out the Big Ten West, in my opinion. So give me Penn State in this one.
Yeah, that's 3 for 3. I'm not a big fan of Iowa either. I mean, Cade McNamara, he's playing okay. Like, it's getting them by, but they're 24th. I mean, they walked into the season. I think they were ranked either 25th or 24th, so they're kind of right where they started at. But I feel like Penn State whiteout game, bro. This crowd gonna go crazy. They're not losing at home against Iowa. This Iowa team is very underwhelming. Drew Allen's playing pretty good. They slipped up last week a little bit, but they're gonna definitely rely on the run game with Nick Singleton and Katron Allen. I got Penn State by 14 or more, honestly. All right, moving into the last game we're gonna talk about for this segment. Number 6 ranked Ohio State. We traveling to face number 9 ranked Notre Dame in a great matchup.
Man, this is going to be the game of the weekend on both levels. I'm going to be honest with you. This is going to be a great one. I do see this more as a defensive battle. Ohio State's offense been struggling. But I'm going to be honest. We know Marvin Harrison comes out to play in big games. We just got to hope that the quarterback could get it to him and the O-line can hold up. On the flip side, Notre Dame's been playing great football. Their defense is outstanding. Their offense with Sam Hartman, I'm not going to lie, I'm not the hugest on him, but he's been playing solid. He's been playing good enough to get them wins. And I'm going with my boys, Ohio State, man. I know I'm going with my boys. I feel like they're going to get it done late in the game. And I feel like they're going to get it done late in the game offensively.
Not gonna lie. People like to call me a hater, the whole 9 yards. But I'm just telling you what I've been seeing since the college football season started. I gotta go with Notre Dame getting it done in South Bend. They have looked good. They have not shown any weaknesses, especially offensively. Sam Hartman has been nice. He's got over 1,000 yards, 13 total touchdowns, no turnover. Estime has over 500 yards of rushing, 5 TDs. I just think Ohio State's offense has been looking a little shaky. They look a little unsettled. Sometimes the timing just looks off. My opinion, the run game sometimes just look off. Yeah, they have Marvin Harrison Jr. There's going to be plays to be made, but I don't get me wrong. Notre Dame hasn't really played any big schools, but they've done what they had to do against every team. They're averaging over 40 points a game for a reason. I just think they keep it rolling, especially at home. I think they edge Ohio State out in a close one and a very good football game.
I'm not gonna lie. I see this game being an offensive shootout.
Really?
Sam Hartman, yes, I see it. Their offense is rolling.
I like Ohio State's offense, but just not that much. They're off there. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Notre Dame's offense looked good against 2 trash defenses. NC State defense ain't worth nothing, and neither is Central Michigan's.
But here's my thing. I get they haven't played anybody, but they did what they had to do. And it's been times when Ohio State it's looking like, bro, what is going on? The Ohio State teams that we watch in the past would have steamrolled Indiana. They only put up 23 points against them. They would have put up 60 against Youngstown State. They only put up 35. Yes, they smoked Western Kentucky, but they just have not looked like the same Ohio State offense that we're used to seeing year in and year out. In my opinion.
That's a fact. I just think their defense is not significantly better than Notre Dame's, but their defense is better than Notre Dame's.
They are now. This is the first good defense that Notre Dame is playing. But Sam Hartman has been balling out over 1,000 yards passing. Estimate on the ground has over 500 yards rushing, like Khalil mentioned earlier. Now, the Ohio State offense hasn't looked like itself, like we all just talked about. I see Ohio State, they're going to get the edge in this one. They're going to go to Indiana and then with this dub. They're going to win this game. I'm not saying this because Ohio State's pedigree. It's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be an offensively great game. I'm just saying. But I got
I
Ohio
hope
State.
to see that. I hope to see that.
Like,
I got Ohio State in a close one. I feel like Ohio State's going to get a lead, but then they're going to allow Notre Dame to creep back into the game. But Ohio State is going to finish it off.
I'm not gonna lie, like most times I would 100% roll with Ohio State in this one, but I don't know. Something's just it's been a mix of Notre Dame's been doing everything right, and Ohio State's just been looking off. You know, that's just where I'm at with it. I wouldn't be surprised if Ohio State won, but
I'm gonna be honest with you. As an Ohio State fan, I'm nervous. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm nervous.
This is a great game.
I'm gonna be honest.
This is gonna be a great game.
Looking at this
Yeah,
game
I am nervous.
before the season, it was like, okay, it's Notre Dame. Notre Dame's gonna be okay, but they're not gonna be Ohio State. But now it's just like, I don't know. It's a good one. I'm gonna definitely be watching this one.
It's gonna be game of the week, bro. What game of the weekend?
It's definitely game of the week, honestly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this topic. We talked about college football week 4. Let us know what y'all think about the games that we talked about. Just a stacked week. I mean, we didn't mention your team. Let us know what y'all think about y'all team going into week 4. Let us know who y'all think is going to win in week 4 out of all the matchups we mentioned. Let us know the matchups we didn't mention. Interact with us in the comment section or in our DMs on Instagram. All right, moving into the last topic of the night. We're going to move on to the NBA. We are going to continue with our top 10 rankings heading into the 2023 season. This time, we are in the position of shooting guard. Again, we are going from 10 to 1 by one. I'm going to start this one off just like I did last time. So for number 10, I got Tyler Hero, Miami Heat. Tyler Hero has definitely progressed his game and elevated his game every year he's been in the league. It led to him becoming a full-time starter on Miami before he was just coming off the bench as a sixth man. Last year, I mean, he was injured for most of the year. He missed a lot of time. He missed time in the playoffs. Who knows if he was in the playoffs and he was in the finals, what will happen? But regardless, Tyler Hero is a great player. He just become, honestly, I feel like he's become a better perimeter defender. But he's definitely aiding Eric Spoelstra and Miami Heat team, and that's the reason why they have been successful the last couple of years. He's a big reason why. I got him at number 10. At number 9, I got DeJounte Murray, Atlanta Hawks. Now, DeJounte came into Atlanta last year. He came from San Antonio. I feel like this is a new start he needed. He did really good last year at Atlanta. Him and Trae Young in the backcourt. I mean, going into last year when the Hawks got DeJounte, it was like, well, who's going to be a primary ball handler? Who's going to do this? Who's going to do what? I feel like they meshed well with each other. Like, they complement each other very well. You know, Dan Snyder, he's the head coach now in Atlanta. They made the playoffs last year as a play-in team, but they gave Boston fits in the first round. And DeJounte played, even though he suspended for one game in that series, DeJounte played really good. And, I mean, he was an all-star player before. Last year, he wasn't an all-star. But I feel like he can pick it back up. Maybe he's not going to be an all-star again, but he's definitely going to continue to help the Hawks gain success. At number 8, I got Desmond Bane, Memphis Grizzlies. Desmond Bane is one of these players who's coming to his own. He's definitely developed from being outside top 10 to being within that top 10. Now, you could argue he could be a little bit higher on the list, but I think 8 is good for where he's at right now. This is a young Memphis team with some experience. They got playoff experience. I feel he's a good, well-rounded player. He's been doing his thing.
It's crazy, though. I'm not going to lie.
Desmond Bane is a top 10 shooting guard. I don't say top 10 player. I said top 10 shooting guard.
No, but go ahead.
Yeah.
What you do?
Yeah, whatever.
You know, they want a fan club.
Whatever.
I don't know what they be saying.
No.
One of his friends be saying, but all right.
No, it's more than just my friends. Yeah. At number 7, I got Bradley Beal, Phoenix Suns. Now, Bradley Beal, original position is shooting guard, but this year he will be playing point guard with the Phoenix Suns after being traded there from Washington. Now, Bradley Beal is always a player I've said that needed to get out of the team he was stuck on, and that was the Washington. He's been carrying that team for years. I mean, he had John Wall at one point, but John Wall was injury prone, so Bill was carrying. And, you know, Bill didn't have the greatest year the last 2 years, but I know his numbers are going to go down a little bit even more, be on this Suns team with 2 predominantly ball-handling players in Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. But Bradley Beal, I mean, you can't just knock him out. It's top 10 already. He's got to be there. And I feel like number 7 is appropriate for him. At number 6, I got Tyrese Maxey, Philadelphia 76ers. Now, Maxey is a player that has came off the bench in the past, and now he's a full-time starter for Philly. The last couple of years, we saw him. He's a great defensive player, in my opinion. He's a very underrated defender. He's a good slasher. I mean, his explosiveness to get to the rim is crazy. I feel like he helps Philly a lot. In my opinion, I think he's the second best. I think he's the second scoring option on that Philadelphia 76ers team. People still think it's James Harden. I think James Harden should move into the number 3 spot when it comes to scoring. But Tyrese Maxey, he's going to continue to be great. He's helping Philly out. I mean, Philly's not going to be nothing too crazy. It's probably going to be worse, at worst, 4th in the East. But Maxey's the reason why Philly's been so good the last couple of years. Number 5, I got Zach LaVine, Chicago Bulls. Now, this is another guy. I feel like anywhere he goes, it just doesn't work out well for him. He was from Minnesota against Chicago. He has other players on that team that can help him win as well. But Chicago, let's be real, they're probably gonna sniff a play-in, but who knows? But Zach LaVine is one of the bright spots on that Chicago team. We saw Zach LaVine after his rookie year. He's definitely progressed as a player, definitely become a better shooter. He's explosive getting to the rim. He's strong. He can shoot. He can do everything you need to do. It's just he just can't get over that hump for some reason as a player. But number 5 in his position, that's appropriately where he's ranked. And number 4, I'm not gonna lie, number 4 to number 2 got tricky. But I'm just going to tell how it is. I got Anthony Edwards at number 4. Again, you can argue he could be higher, but Ant-Man, whatever you want to call him, he helped Minnesota get to the playoffs last year. He single-handedly got Minnesota to the playoffs last year. You know, you all mentioned Rudy Gobert, but I think it was all Anthony Edwards. He averaged almost 30 points a game last year. He was phenomenal. He's not an all-star. He didn't make the all-star game yet, but he has a potential to make the all-star team this year. I think he can do it. He's darn near on the cusp of all NBA, in my opinion, as well. Every year his game has gotten better. He's only doing this. He's not even 23 years old yet. So, I mean, we haven't seen his ceiling. I feel like he's only going to keep getting better. At number 3, I got Jaylen Brown, Boston Celtics. Now, Brown, if he could get his handles better, he could be higher on this list. I mean, he's right now the highest paid player in the NBA, but I don't think he should have got that contract. And I'm a Boston fan. In the playoffs last year, especially in Game 7 against Miami, he single-handedly lost us that game. But in the bright moments, when he's on that court, you can't stop him. His shooting percentage has gotten better every year. He's become a better defender, especially with shot blocking as a shooting guard. Like, let's be real. And only thing he has to work on, in my opinion, is him turning the ball over, him trying to do too much by Mullen, and he can't. His ball handling sucks. He needs to get better with that. He has no left hand. But I got him at number 3. And number 2, I got Donovan Spider Mitchell. Spider's another guy. Talented player. Just any team he goes on, they just don't win. Last year we saw the Cavs lose in the first round. It was very disappointing. Spider, I feel like in the playoffs, Spider, he shows up, but it's rare. It's like small when he shows up. It's nothing too crazy. Every year he's been to the playoffs, whether it's with Utah or Cleveland last year, it hasn't been nothing too impressive in my opinion. But you can't disrespect what he does during regular season. It matters what you do in the end. But Donovan Mitchell has definitely been one of the best players in this NBA in his position since he got in the league. So I got him at number 2. Number 1, I got Devin Booker, Phoenix Suns. Now, a lot of people don't like D-Book. They say he try to be like Kobe too much. But D-Book is the best player at the shooting guard position. And he has a stacked team with him. He got KD, he got DeAndre Ayton. They just brought in Bradley Beal. They have no bench, but they'll figure something out. Maybe the starters got to just carry. But D-Book, I think he's awesome. I think Devin Booker is one of the best players in the NBA. You could argue he's close to top 10. Maybe that's a stretch. I think so. It's just when it comes to winning and beating the good teams in that conference, they can't really do it. I mean, they've been to the finals in the 2021 season, but they lost to Giannis and the Bucks. But that was the closest he's ever gotten to a championship. But if D-Book can continue to ball out, I won't be surprised if Phoenix can get back there. But they need a bench. But that's my top 10 shooting guards in the NBA heading into the 2023 season.
Right.
Do I need to get drug tested Do I need to get drug tested again?
I don't got a problem with your list. I don't. I know Lil always think he got the best list.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I was receiving comments to my cellular device saying, yeah,
so,
Khalil needs to get
Lil,
drug
you want to go
tested.
next?
Let me go next.
Please let him go next. Please,
Go ahead.
yes.
That's
Thank
why I said
you.
wanna go
Yes.
next? Go ahead.
Yes.
Let me go
Yes.
next.
Please.
Let me
Thank
go
you.
next.
Please.
Let me give y'all the best list. You know,
Of course.
I don't know what they want
Of
in his
course.
fan club be talking about. They be all smoking. You
He
know.
said in his fan club. No way.
Hey,
Anyway,
don't do that.
at number 10, I got Tyler Hero as well. Averages
My
20
son.
off the bench. He's a very good scorer. That's the one thing he is good at is scoring the basketball. That's probably the only thing he's really good at. Can't defend or anything else. But as a scorer, he, like I said, averages 20 points a game. And who knows what Miami could have done if they had him in the lineup. I don't think they still beat the Nuggets, but they could have been a little bit more competitive or something. You just never know. At number 9, I got Tyrese Maxey. Very solid. Yes. At number 9, I got Tyrese Maxey.
Nah, that's disrespectful.
Yeah,
I ain't
I'm
gonna lie.
telling you, man. This what I be talking about, guys. This what I be talking
That's
about.
disrespectful.
It's disrespectful.
But he was easily their second option on that team.
All right. So bear with me and you tell me that Tyrese Maxey at 9, what player you putting him over. Okay. Stay with me. But anyway, I got Tyrese Maxey at 9. Some people call him, Philly's second best player. He is a bucket. I don't know if he's a star or anything like that. I don't know if he's even a great number 2 option, but he's a very solid basketball player and a very good starter in his league with very high upside. At number 8, I got the other half of the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson.
Not even top 10 no more.
Yeah,
I like that,
bro. So
I like that. I like that.
The last couple years, he hasn't even been in the top 10.
Last couple years, he hasn't been in the top 10, but last year is the most points he's averaged since 2016-2017 season. He like, I don't you fall for the narrative. Stop falling for the narrative.
I'm not. There's no narrative.
Stop falling for the narrative.
There's no narrative.
Still that guy. He's still a bucket.
Still that guy? Okay.
He's still yes.
He can shoot, but that's
I ain't gonna say he that. I ain't gonna say he that guy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. What's up with him? He's stretching.
I like. No, I don't got no problem where you put him. I like it. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, he used to be top 5. You could put him in the top. He's not that.
That time
But he's
passed.
still top 10. He's still top 10. You still better put some respect on his name. Hand down, man down. Stop playing with that boy. At number 8, I got Klay Thompson. Respectfully, stop playing with that boy. Number 7, I got Bradley Beal. He's been the only good thing in Washington. Washington hasn't been relevant at all. Nobody watches a Wizards game unless you're a Wizard fan, to be honest. I don't know the last time I seen him on national TV. But if you ever, just so happen to click over and watch number 3, number 3, he can hoop. That guy can hoop. He averaged 30 just a couple seasons ago, and that's going to be a major pickup with Phoenix. We'll talk about how we feel about Phoenix and stuff later, but they got another person who can score the basketball. It was going to be very nice. Number 6, I got Zach LaVine. He's good. He's developed before when he first came into the league, just a dunker, athletic and stuff like that. Now he can actually score the basketball. His only issue is that scoring the basketball hasn't been translating to wins with him and DeMar DeRozan. I don't know what's going on there, but it just does not translate to wins. Don't know. They need to tighten up just a little bit. I don't know. They may need to change. He may need to change the scenery. Hey, send him to New York or something. I don't know. But at number 6, I got
do that.
LaVine. This guy. Number 5, I got Paul George. He is still that guy. He just doesn't play enough. Like, if he played, he could easily be maybe top 3. But he just
know Paul George was a shooting guard. I thought Paul George was a 4.
No, he plays the 2. Kawhi plays the 3.
Oh, you saying on that team he played the 2? Okay.
He plays the 2. So Paul George is still a very good 2-way defender. He may not be as good as a 2-way defender as he was, but he can still score the basketball. He can almost essentially do everything on the basketball court. His issue is, and the reason why I got him at number 5, he just don't play enough. He really just does not play enough. Him and Kawhi, that's their issue. But at number 4, And the reason why I got him above Paul George is because he played more. I'm gonna be honest. If Paul George played more, I'd probably have him at number 5. But Ant Edwards, he's a bucket. He is Minnesota's best player. Minnesota need to build around him. They need to utilize him in his strong suit. I like what I seen from him. I like what I seen from him in the playoffs. I like what I seen from him on USA basketball team. I like him as a player. Don't like his team, but I like him as a player. I think he's very high upside. He's a hooper. He's a baller. People say that he's Michael Jordan's son. He ain't that good, but I can see what they
Yeah,
talking
that's
about.
true.
Size wise, body wise, like I can see what they talking about.
Mhm.
Number 3, I got Donovan Mitchell. He's been very solid, but sometimes he's inconsistent. And like this last season, it's been times where
Right.
Garland was the best player on that team. And not really gonna talk about what they did in Utah with him and Gobert. They ain't really never get along. But just looking at that Cleveland team underachieved. There's no reason why they should have lost to the Knicks. They lost to the Knicks. And I feel like as far as star power, they have more star power. Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. But it starts and ends with Donovan Mitchell. I don't know if he's the guy that can take a team where a team needs to go, and win a championship or anything like that. Number 2, I got Jaylen Brown, the $300 million man. Yeah, maybe contract was a little too much, but at the end of the day, he earned it. He is all NBA player for a reason, two-way star, for all his inconsistencies that, may pop up in games, the turnovers and stuff like that. He night in and night out for the good part. You could write him, pencil him in for 22, 5 and 5. Like he's gonna be solid. He's gonna be all around. Great player. Number 1, D-Book. Let's be real. He's the best player in the league as a shooting guard. You know, we watched him go crazy in these last playoffs. The shots he was making, fadeaways, all of it, crazy. I don't know what that team. I don't know what he's going to look like this year. I don't know if he's going to be more in a playmaker role, or is it they going to keep him at that number 2 role and let him do what he do best, and that's put the basketball in the hoop, because he does it from every part of the floor, mid range, 3-pointer, in close. He does it all. I don't think there's another shooting guard in the league that compares to him when it comes to scoring the basketball, in my opinion. So that is the best top 10 list you want to hear all night. Yes, sir. What you got to say to that day one?
Clay Thompson's like past his prime, but I respectfully,
what you got to say to that day one?
I'm not. I don't care, honestly. Like, you do what you say what you gotta say, man. Hey, I respect it. Now, Paul George, I have at number 11. Actually, I had Klay Thompson at number 12. So you included them in your top 10. I had them outside of my top 10. But I explained the reasons why. Healthy. He doesn't play. He doesn't play that much, bro. Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, that's why he's at number 5. Healthy, he's easily number 3.
I don't know about that.
He's better than Ant Edwards and Donovan Mitchell healthy. Okay,
that's a little stretch. Okay, that's a stretch.
Okay,
yeah, look at Dennis' face. Look at Dennis' face. Look at my face. You're
crazy as hell.
You're reaching, bro.
Who's he not
crazy as hell?
Do y'all not remember? Do y'all not know what Paul George does healthy?
Yes,
what
we know.
What he used to do healthy, fool. What he used to do.
Bro,
that's not the same PG, my boy.
He just doesn't do it.
That's not the same PG, my boy. That's not the same PG, my boy. I do trust him. I'm not saying I don't like Paul George. I do like Paul George a lot. But he's not the Paul George that he used to be, bro. He's not.
Yes,
that's podcast Paul George now, bro.
That's why he's not above Donovan Mitchell and Anthony Edwards no more.
But you have him at number 5.
Number 5 is
he's still.
That's why he's not on my list.
Almost 24, 6 and 5 last year.
I understand that.
He can do that.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's bad, bro, but he's not the same PG.
He's not. Did I ever say he was? I never said that. That's why he's not number 3 no more. Hell, number 2, you can make healthy Paul George, you can make an argument for him being better than Jaylen Brown. But right now, since he hasn't played enough games, you have to put those guys in front of him. But I'm not putting Zach LaVine or any like that in front of him. What have they done? What have they done? Please let me know.
What has Paul George done?
He brought a team to the playoffs. He's the reason why they made the conference finals. They did do that. He was when Kawhi went out. Who all they had? Paul George. They did do that. Put some
Not the
respect
same
on my
PG in my
man.
opinion.
Put
He's not
some
the same
respect
PG in
on
my
my
opinion. That's
man.
why I got him at number 11.
Yeah.
Bro.
All right. But
So
at number
Talk about the
10,
past. Talk about the past 2
you
years.
got Desmond Bain better than Paul George.
Yes. Yes. At this point in his career, yes.
yo, bro, let me get to my top 10, bro. Word. I'm not even worried, but let me get to my top 10, bro. Word, because y'all doing the most now. At number 10, I got Klay Thompson. Now, I know he's been, on a little slump the last couple of years, came off of a bunch of injuries. He ain't played for like 3 years, 4 years straight. So, yeah, he had to get some time to get rolling again. And like Khalil said, last year, he got rolling again. Now, he's not the same splash bro that he was, but he's still very, very resourceful. You could still use him. You could still start him. He still plays good defense. He still rebounds the ball. Like, he still plays quality basketball. And I feel like that's what you need out of a shooting guard that's his caliber, but he's playing against the best point guard in the NBA, best point guard to ever play the game. So I feel like he's really one of those guys. He's still that guy, bro. Not really that guy, but I think he's still a player. He's still a pretty good player, bro. He's still a top 10 shooting guard. At number 9, I got Tyler Hero. I got Tyler Hero over Klay Thompson only because I feel like it's a lot more upside with him. We don't know what's gonna happen. They was talking about trading him with the game, but that doesn't look like it's gonna fall through. He looked like he's gonna go back to Miami. When healthy, Tyler Hero is a bucket as a 6-man. And man, like Lil said, who knows what would have happened if they played with him against Denver. I don't think they would have won the series, but yeah, I think they would have played pretty good. At number 8, I got Bradley Beal. He fought some injuries too, but I feel like he's going to still be a playmaker on Phoenix. I don't feel like they needed him. I don't feel like that's going to translate to the playoffs, but whatever. Do you think Phoenix, worst front office in basketball? Plain and simple. But Bradley Beal is still another one of those guys who he can still score the basketball. He can still play. Again, he has those injury problems, but I still feel like he's definitely a top 10. Could arguably move up if he has a healthy, good season in Phoenix. At number 7, I got DeJounte Murray. I feel like DeJounte Murray has a lot of upside. He was one of the great things for his team. And I'm going to be honest, bro. I really think that he could squeeze up into that top 5 too. I think he's one of those that could really, yeah, bro. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I might sound crazy, but that's my hardest take on this. I'm going to be honest. That's my toughest take. Is that DeJounte Murray is going to take a step, bro. I think he is. I'm going to be honest. I think he is. At number 6, I got Zach LaVine. Lil, you touched on it before. He's a great player. He scores the ball. He came into the league as just that flashy player that's going to dunk and everything else. You're going to see something nice from him. But, yeah, he did put it together. Now he's complete. I'm not going to lie. He's a complete player. He's a complete shooting guard. And I feel like if they brought in maybe a couple more pieces, they might translate that into some wins. They really might translate what he does into some wins. So, Zach LaVine at 6. Now my number 5. Yeah, Khalil, you're going to hate this one. My number 5 is Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey, I'm going to be honest, bro. That 76ers team was not going to be successful with just Embiid. I'm going to be honest with you. And James Harden is not that relevant, bro. He's not. He's not as relevant as Tyrese Maxey was on that team. He's not, bro. I'm going to be honest with you.
I agree.
Like, bro, that a
I'm just
lot
saying.
of this success came from him, too. Everybody wants to put everything on Embiid because he was the MVP and he put up 35 a night. Yeah, that's cool. He does. He's a great player. But when that great player doesn't play great all the time, and we know he folds at times, Tyrese Maxey usually is the one to step up. I feel like he's going to keep taking them steps, bro. He's just going to keep getting better, especially playing with Embiid. They got to worry about Embiid a lot. He's just going to keep getting better, bro. He's a bucket. At number 4, I got him lower than both of y'all got him. I got Don Mitch. And for the same reason that you put him with, well, not where you put him, but for the same reason that you said, the inconsistency kills me sometimes, bro. It really does. And that's gonna hurt you. That's gonna hurt you. That's gonna hurt you when it comes to winning basketball games. That's gonna hurt you when it comes to other players coming to play with you. Bro, they can build around him. They really could. They could build around him in Cleveland. But who knows if they will? Who knows what that front office is going to do? I feel like they should because he's a great player. He's ranked 4 for a reason. He's a guy. But bro, he's a little inconsistent at times, bro. It's times that this team really needs him. He doesn't show up. At number 3, I got Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown really upset me last year in the playoffs, but we know what JB does, bro. JB, he's a bucket every game, bro. He puts up points. He's going to play defense. He's one of the best players in the league in general, if you ask me. My top 3, I don't got nothing bad to say about in general. But number 2, I got Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, bro, he's a dog, bro. Y'all can't deny none of that. You can't deny that, Lil. I don't know why you making faces and all that.
He always making faces, bro.
Yeah, you always making faces. You same person that put Paul George at number 5. Like, hush. Word. Like, bro, you watch basketball, bro.
That's what I'm saying. We all watch basketball.
Like that. I don't know why you acting like that, bro. You know he's the dog. Like Anthony Edwards, bro, if they build around Anthony Edwards, they're going to be a very, very good team, bro. They're all he got. That's all they got is him. They build around that man, bro. Come on, bro.
In years.
Come on, bro. And he's young. Come on, bro. Like, let's be real, bro. He is going to make some leaps if he gets a team, bro. I promise that. And
I wouldn't say number 2.
I got the most underrated player in the league, Devin Booker. I really feel like he's underrated as a player. As a shooting guard, we all got him at number 1, of course, rightfully so. But as a player, I feel like he's underrated, bro. I feel like he doesn't get enough flowers as he should, especially for what he does for his injured team with no bench. Man, D-Book is that guy. He's been that guy for a minute. And I feel like a lot of people's just noticing that. But he's another player that's just going to keep getting better and better. I don't see Phoenix doing anything with him. He's going to be there forever. So D-Book at number 1.
All right, can we hear comments from Mr. Khalil right here, please?
Come on. I got a few, man. All right.
About what? Tyrese Maxey? Let's start with that one.
Which one? You want to start with Maxey?
Yeah.
Maxey's top 5, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That was him.
He's barely the second best player on his team. Barely. Let's be real, bro. If y'all want to say, yeah, James Harden does not look the same, but James Harden still averages 20 and 10. And some of the reasons why Tyrese Maxey gets the looks he get is because he's playing with James Harden and Joel Embiid. Those are 2 people you got to stop. Maxey is your number 3, and Maxey's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's not bad. Like, I'm not saying he's bad or anything like that. But to put him over the likes of people like Paul George, Zach LaVine, Bradley Beal, people like that, they're bus drivers. Maxey's a bus rider. That's that. Like, let's be real. Maxey's a bus rider. These are bus drivers we're talking about. At the end of the day. There's no pressure on Maxey. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody putting pressure on Maxey. You put more pressure on James Harden than you put on Maxey. Let's be real. That's 1. 2. Anthony Edwards at 2. He hasn't won anything. He hasn't won anything.
This is going into the season. So.
Listen.
But
I don't
agree with that. But
I don't want to hear it because at the end of the day, this is basketball. Games are won and lost by stars. I've seen Donovan Mitchell win games. I've seen Jaylen Brown.
So why nobody keep that energy with D-Lig?
Who don't?
You don't.
I do. I what do you mean? But he's also brought his team to a conference finals before, has he not? He did that. He did that. He's made multiple player runs. He did do that.
What has Anthony Edwards done? A first round exit for gentleman sweep? That's the furthest they got. That's the furthest they got.
He's
Is
still
a
young.
gentleman sweep. AFC gentleman sweep. Not,
Bro, he's young. He brought that team to the playoffs. They haven't been in the playoffs in a minute.
Bro, I get that. That's why I got him at number 4. But he's not above Donovan Mitchell or Jaylen Brown.
All right.
That was him. So
I'm just saying, bro. I'm not saying they're not good. They're good in their own right. But when you gotta look at it, 1, Anthony Edwards just hasn't won anything. 2, Tyrese Maxey.
I think when you tell Khalil going into next season, he goes, yeah, let me just go look at last year's stats, and I'm gonna
or let me look at the past. Let me look at the past, like 2 years ago.
Because bro, I don't
George
understand, bro.
What
Your
else do we have to
accolades
look
don't got
at?
nothing to do with what you gonna do next year, bro. Klay Thompson has more rings than every player I just named, and I got him at number 10.
Ain't nobody mentioning his rings. I got him at 8. I got him 2 spots ahead of you at 8.
I got him. I got him top 10.
Nobody's mentioning his rings.
So why are you mentioning what did Anthony Edwards do? It don't matter about what he did. It's about
it does matter about what you do. It does matter about what you do.
That's the case, bro. If that's the case,
you put Anthony Edwards above all NBA players, bro. Above all. Jaylen Brown was second team.
Those was all NBA players last year. This is a new season, bro. What you not understanding?
What all do we got to go off of?
Oh my God.
All that we seen. Like the rankings can change. Jalen Green can be the next best player for all we know. But as of right now,
the point. That's the point of these top 10s, though, bro.
Jalen Green.
That's the point of the point of the top 10s is who do we think is going to be top 10 with their current situation and what they got going on.
And that's why I don't got Klay Thompson or Paul George in my top 10.
Based off what we've seen, though, right?
It's not off of based off what we seen, bro. It's off of what they got going on going into the season, gang. You're not understanding that, bro. It's not about like what. Nigga, if that's the case, LeBron would still be the number 1 player in the league, but he's not.
No, LeBron wouldn't be. He would not be. Not even close.
He got the most accolades in the league.
But it's not a longevity stat. It's what have you done recently. That's the thing in sports. What have you done recently? But when we talk about somebody like Tyrese Maxey, who's a third option on his team, who the primary option, he gets a lot of.
He's a second option.
James Harden averages 20 and 10. You cannot tell me James Harden.
Tyrese Maxey also averages 20.
Yes, you could do that. Tyler Hero averages 20. He's the third option.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so what do you mean?
But you're not top 5. That's what I'm saying. You're not top 5. Top 5.
I had him at 6, so I'm out of this one. I had him at 6.
Look who I got in my top 5. Devin Booker, Jaylen Brown, Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Edwards, and Paul George. They all.
I have all 4 of those except for 1.
They all, and if I want to go behind that, Zach LaVine, he's the driving force of the Bulls. Bradley Beal was the driving force of the Wizards. And then Klay Thompson, who was damn near a driving force behind Steph Curry. Maxey is a driving force behind.
Yeah, years ago.
Maxey is a driving force behind Embiid and Harden. When the Sixers are losing,
he's a driving force behind Embiid.
Okay, question: when the Sixers are losing, who gets the blame? Maxey or Harden?
Embiid.
Harden, because Harden don't be doing it. Harden be folding. So what are we talking about here?
No, he's the third best player on the team.
He be folding.
What you expect from him? He's the third best.
At this point in his career, he might just be the third option on that Sixers team.
If he's the third best, I
think Maxey should be number 2.
If he's the third best player on the team, if Maxey's the number 2, I need number 2 criticism. When Jaylen Brown don't show up for the Celtics, he get criticized. When do we ever criticize Maxey? Talking about, oh, Maxey didn't show up. We supposed to drop 25. He only gave us 15. Nobody says that. Nobody ever mentions that.
I did in the playoffs. In the playoffs when he dropped 8.
Nobody talked about Maxey. We talked about the poor shooting slump of James Harden. Let's be real. Stop it. Expectations got to meet it too, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, those are our top 10 shooting guards heading into the 2023 season. Let us know who had the best list. Let us know who had the worst list. Let us know who y'all think each of us missed from adding in our top 10. Let us know who y'all top 10 shooting guards heading into the 2023 season. Let us know all that in the comment section. But that is the end of episode 16 of Before the Horn podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in, whatever platform you are watching or listening on. Again, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe on this video. Again, I keep running this up, man. We over 100 followers on Instagram. We're at 50 subscribers on YouTube. Let's keep it up, man. This is a marathon, not a sprint. We understand it takes time, but we need y'all's support to keep this going.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Hey, man, if y'all want to do y'all part in supporting us, best way to do that is to join our Patreon for as little as $2 a month. You could be one of our Patreon supporters. It's the best way to interact with us personally. On top of that, we're going to be dropping merch soon. So that's the best way for you to get discounts on top of free merch. Really, we are just regular people who has 9-to-5s. You know, we're not balling in anything. We're self-funded. So any help that you guys could give, we'll really appreciate. And our Patreon is the best way to do that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And follow us on Instagram at Before the Horn Podcast. Follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Before the Horn Podcast. And like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Keep interacting, keep commenting. We try to get back to all the comments, all the DMs. We love to talk, we love to debate. But if you're not commenting or not, interacting with us, then we don't know what you like or anything like that. So keep showing love, keep supporting.
And make sure you guys also follow us on our personal Instagrams. They are on the screen. They will also be in the description box. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe. Before the Horn Podcast, we out.